it. I mean, again, like you said, it's not that KD Gaming's playing exceptionally well by any means. I mean, they're playing great, but Ice is just kind of starting with the picks, what were they thinking? We were, they went with odd picks. We noticed that right away. Obviously, it's hard not to notice, but you kind of had that in the back of your head. You're like, well, clearly this is not a dumb team. I mean, they're a smart team. They're smart players, great, very skilled players. What are they thinking with doing this? And maybe they would show us eventually. But as the game moves on here, it's losing more and more of what is going to happen. I mean, they're losing a lot of time, and the longer this game goes on with that Magic's keeping up the farm, it's just not going to happen. Good nuke down by Pharaoh, though, by the way. Takes that Voodoo Jester with the assistance of Tundra. And now the chase is still on, but Tundra needs to be careful. He gets comboed over. Look at that burst damage coming out. Not enough to finish him, though. Unbelievable. He actually gets away, and now that Bubbles is on the run, which are a great graveyard stun, however. Bubbles can get the homecoming stun off in 2 seconds. Oh, man, this is going to get ugly. No, the Demon Hand comes out. Unfortunately, it was still on cooldown. If it came off cooldown, he would have been fine. But guess what? Forsaken Archer pushes down the middle tower, and she's already pressuring the secondary middle tower. So as great as that went for Ice, Forsaken Archer's still doing her thing.
Yeah, I'm just making a joke. But yeah, you're absolutely right. I mean... But that really is like one hit left, and they were like, "No, you take it. No, you take it." Okay, fine, we'll let him go. But no, it was just funny.
Yeah, both players animation canceling there. It's fine, dude. And we understand you're at a LAN center. If there's noise, it's really not that bad. Okay. You can hear them, but it's not a big deal.
Okay. Yeah, but what I was gonna say was about Forsaken Archer. If she picks up a Shrunken Head now, well, not now, but soon. Has she got any items in the stash? She has nothing in the stash, and she's sitting at 1,500 gold. 1,500 gold already after Jomar's Bane after 14 minutes. And they need to do something. I mean, you'd expect it. The strategy I thought they were going to do, was, with Tundra picking him when they already had 2 solo heroes, I thought, okay, they're just going to try and get him, levels, put him in the forest. I seriously thought, they put him in the forest, just let him get the levels, and use him for the bird, they can teleport to the bird, and they'll have Thunderbringer and Soul Seal with post H, but they're not even doing that. They had a really good and viable global strategy, and what they could be doing, is they could use Tundra pretty decently to turtle, because I wouldn't say they have better late game, but they do have arguably good late game, and they could use Tundra, with the bird to turtle and just pick off a hero every now and then, and just stay in their base. But I don't like seeing a Tundra played defensively. And I especially don't like seeing a Thunderbringer used to defensively.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What I was saying about Forsaken Archer, sorry. If he picks up a Shrunken Head, then they can pretty much come push and win.
Yeah, that's the biggest problem right now with Ice. It's one of those. It's can you recover from it situations, because with the picks that they made, they needed Tundra and Thunderbringer to at least get their levels. But when your Thunderbringer's tied with Voodoo Jester, in terms of levels, that's not a good sign. I mean, pretty much your pick would have been much better spent elsewhere. It pretty much comes down to that, like we've talked about in the past. When you have these heroes that require on early levels, if they don't get those early levels, and ultimately it wasn't the smartest pickup, and you really just hurt yourself all throughout the game as a result. And that's why I bring that up, is it's one of those, can Ice even recover from this because of that? But again, you keep looking back at Soulstealer when saying that, and he continues to get a very good farm. He is at 352 gold per minute. He has some Mystic Vestments, a Mighty Blade on top of that, so he's going to have his Shrunken Head in the very near future, so that'll be great. By the way, you were talking about Forsaken Archer going for Shrunken Head, but she actually picks up a Sustainer, so perhaps going the Nullstone route instead. Is that something you could agree with?
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, to be honest, I was expecting her to go for the Shrunken Head first and then go for the Nullstone afterwards. Pretty much make sure that Thunderbringer can't take out the Nullstone. But I guess this way is good too. But if I was her, I'd still go for Shrunken Head afterwards. Otherwise, like I said, Thunderbringer is just going to nuke it down, take off the Nullstone every time. Obviously, being the fact that Thunderbringer can't use any spells on him when he has Shrunken Head, obviously, and therefore he can't proc the Nullstone. Therefore, only Tundra and Andromeda can block the Nullstone, and they're pretty crucial spells.
Legion team setting up a defense down here at the tower, hiding in the jungle. Thunderbringer off above them as well, hoping the push would happen, but indeed, Bubbles, Witchslayer, and Voodoo Jester all fall back. What's that?
Level 7 after 20 minutes.
Yeah, anyway. I think we've kind of pounded into that subject, and I know it is funny because we keep bringing it up because it just is like, God, how can you have a Thunderbird and still be level 7 at this point? But it's, you know, it is what it is, and yeah, it happened. But so here we haven't really talked a whole lot about it this game. I mean, obviously Forsaken Archer is obviously the focus for this Upborn team, but Pebbles has been doing a good job as well. In fact, both Bubbles and Pebbles, they've been doing a very good job. And Pebbles already with his portal key, he has his regen and striders, all the necessary items early on, so that's looking very good. Soulstu there is out in front, has his Shrunken Head finished, and now the Legion team making a little bit of a push right here. And in fact, they will get the tower kill. No, the tower got denied actually. Just missed that. Looked over, but great tower deny actually right there by Voodoo Jester, and that's just another unfortunate thing that's happened here to the Legion side. But again, while all this is going on, Forsaken Archer is making them make a decision here. He's busy pushing the top lane. Legion team just going to initiate, saying, we have the numbers. They go into Pebbles. He gets caught out. Voodoo Jester gets the ultimate off, not doing too much damage though, but Forsaken Archer ports in. She has her Geometer's Bank. Good swap from Andromeda, saving him a little bit, but Andromeda, of course, gets disintegrated. And now the chase is back on in favor of the Hellborn team. Bubbles, ooh, we thought about porting, chose not to do so. And they're just going to take what they get and fall back now. Of course, they're kind of one man in life. Bad swap?
He was on top of 2 heroes and he swapped him out of his ultimate. That was
was he casting his ultimate? I didn't notice that. Yeah, I thought he was just saving him from the auto attack damage, but that is very true then, actually. If he did swap him in that case. One of the rare bad
that's
swaps.
Unfortunate, but that is I gotta say though, if they are able to come back from this, that's gonna be such an epic play by them. I really say this has got to be like a match of the week or something if they're able to come back from this, because you know, let's just be honest. I know we've already said everything, but going into this game, obviously they had a decent lineup. They kind of actually Pebbles. Oh, poor Thundering. Oh, that was close. Yeah, they'll go into this. You know, obviously they had pretty much a decent lineup. They didn't use it to their fullest extent, obviously, and it didn't go well. But if they're able to come back from this with Josh B farming like he is, that's going to be pretty insane. He's going for this route. I don't know if he is, but if he is going for this route, I've seen him do it a couple of times in in-houses. He goes for a tanky Soul Stealer. He buys an Idol, he buys Vanguard, and he buys a Heart and a Shrunken Head, and it's like impossible to kill him. He does no damage, but it's impossible to kill him, and it's just so funny to watch. I don't know if he's doing that. He's got a helm of the bigger thing, but he could be going for life steal as well, so we'll just have to wait and see.
Checking out something on our stream real quickly. There's reports that apparently it's lagging really.
It looks really terrible.
Well, good take right there, by the way. Can we get on the north side, of course, because it's so slow.
Did you hear me, Breaky?
Yeah, I heard you. I mean,
oh, okay.
What to do about it? Trying to get this figured out. I'll have a lock on Forsaken Archer. Nice little comeback fight right there. Oh, gets the ultimate off, but now here comes Bubbles. Is he gonna port in? Ooh, if he ported in right there, might have been able to finish him. Katie plays it safe though.
And he should have as well. He has 3 years.
Looks good.
Stream looks good, you said?
Mm-hmm. It's fixed.
What the hell? Didn't do anything. Whatever. Alright, well, I guess we're back then. It's back to
It was my good looks.
I guess. He just had to say something. It's like, alright, Phil's here now. We can go. Yeah, Forsaken Archer's still alive after all that, by the way. And, oh, almost didn't take it out, but no, down to 60 life. But her massive farm already is definitely showing right there. Having the Null Stone, as you can see. And Witch Siren, Voodoo Jester, they're coming back, and they pick off Thunderbringer, who was chasing. And in the end, domination for the Hellborn team once again. Obviously, I wasn't paying attention to the whole midst of that fight. I was dealing with a couple of other things. Did you notice what happened there, Henry? I mean, anything noticeable?
No, not really. It was pretty much just initiation from the Soul Stealer, as like people have gathered around me watching us now. But yeah, it's just pretty much just an initiation from the Soul Stealer using his Shrunken Head and KD backing off and war off and then going to fight, and then like you said, he got his ultimate off, and then Pebble came in and cleaned him up. And pretty even team fight though.
Overall, though, you look at the numbers, 16 or 15 to 6 now in favor of KD Gaming, and obviously the more important numbers are the gold and experience farm advantage, focusing especially on Forsaken. Now picking up a glowstone, so I would guess Frostwolf Skull would be the follow-up here, and now going to pick off this Tundra, tries to pour it out, not going to happen though, of course. And oh, look at that, Magix is a Savage Sick now, on his way to possibly that Immortal. I mean, with the way he's going, it's just ugly. So Legion Team, I mean, Ice has recovered nicely. I mean, they've actually made this a much more entertaining game than what we all thought, of course, as Thunderbringer just got picked off right there by Pebbles. But it's from their hero picks to just letting Forsaken Archer just absolutely, because they flat out let her. That was just a stupid decision on Ice's part. I mean, I'm sure if you'd have an interview with them, you'd ask them after the fact what you guys were thinking, and they'd probably say, well, we really weren't thinking. That was pretty dumb of us. But because frankly, there's absolutely no reason to let a Forsaken Archer, of course, farm like that, like they did, getting 2 tower kills with really not much defense set up, and just expect to be fine in the end. So, but another kill happening, and now they're just going to go for Congo here. Why not?
I've seen a couple of strategies actually where they do actually do that. You know, they let them get the tower, but it's never on a carry. They never let a carry get the 2 towers, and they pretty much just ward it up and let a behemoth or initiation can't get a portal key pass do it. While there's about 50 people surround me.
They want to listen to the great Henry D.
Interesting. Yeah, but they can't just sit at their computers and watch it on the path. No.
It's delayed though. You don't want to watch it live.
You can hear me flaming them in 6 minutes then.
There you go. Well, Congo's taken out easy. No defense or no attempt from the Ice to stop it whatsoever, and where you can't blame them at this point. But Forsaken Archer now 2,300 gold saved up, so again, more than likely on our way to an early Frostwolf Skull. And so that's another interesting thing to point out. Legion Team does have 2 tower kills down, but both of them have been denies. Whereas all the tower kills for the Hellborn side have been actual kills, at least from what no denies for them. So
and for Magix.
And for did she get all 4? Yeah, that's very possible.
Yeah,
actually.
I think she has. Yeah.
So yeah, that's just another bump in the road, unfortunately, for Ice. And again, it's funny because Soul Sleeper remains to have a very good farm. Josh P has been doing an excellent job of keeping his farm up. But it's just only so much he can do, and in fact, if he gets locked down like that, Andromeda, good swap at the last second, but the Forsaken Archer ultimate takes him out despite that swap. He goes down, so who cares if you have a Shark Net if you can't even freaking use it. Swindlemelon's also going to fall right there. A double tap for Magix. He now has 9 hero kills. That makes him a champion of New Earth. And honestly, Ice, they probably should just look to concede here. And yeah, they are going to throw out the concede vote. Let's move on. I mean, clearly the decision-making wasn't the greatest on their part. Starting with the hero selection, I mean, they had to have some idea, because again, this is not a dumb team by any means. They are a very skilled team, very smart team. But whatever strategy they had in mind just somehow got countered by KD Gaming, or they just something was wrong. I mean, it's hard to put a finger on it, but something was wrong in their strategy, and KD Gaming took advantage, as they should have, and they take game 1. So, final thoughts on this first game here, Henry?
You pretty much said it. I mean, at least they made it more interesting than like we thought it was going to be. But I think maybe if they played a little bit more defensive with the Soul Sealer, you know, when KD were pushing, and instead of having lifesteal, he had a portal key, then they could have set up a little bit more, because then he could initiate and get a pretty good ultimate off. But oh well.
Yeah, not much to say. I mean, obviously we talked pretty much all about it throughout that cast. KD Gaming dominating victory.
Yeah.
With Magix on Forsaken Archer. Just very, very impressive play from him, but there was some questionable decisions made by Ice that kind of helped result in that. So 218 creep kills in 28 minutes. That is ridiculous. Anyways, that's gonna do it for game 1. So again, it is a best out of 3. I expect fully Ice to make a comeback here and make at least game 2 much, much more interesting, and perhaps even force a game 3. I just cannot see something like that happening again. Ice is too good to let that happen. But that's gonna do it for game 1. So game 2 coming up next. Stay tuned for that. We'll be right back.